Okay, let's see if that works. That looks pretty good. Okay, everyone, and welcome back to 3D art for video game. This time we're going to do computer animation. Basically, we're going to do animation for games, characters animation only, actually. Uh, Character animation is actually really hard, so you want to make sure you take your time. That's why we will be doing around one animation a week, beside the idle where we'll be doing two animations, and your two main actual moves at the end will be also in 1 week. Okay, so the first thing first, when you're going to animate a character, you need to put bones into it. A skeleton, just like a human skeleton. That's what you want to put in, basically. So you want to make sure that is happening well, that is set up properly. So I got that little simple character, is a cartoon character. You guys, little video game cartoon character, simple, low poly, as you can see, simple mesh. All right, I'm gonna. It doesn't have any feet. I lost the feet. But I'll put them back, don't worry. But it's not really important for what we're doing today. So the first thing first, I'm going to combine everything for now. Alright, so I have one mesh, and I'm going to center the pivot point. That's very important for now. Alright. So there is a lot of techniques to put bones. In your book, you will see a technique that most other people uses. It works pretty well, but you have to understand that bones are a little tricky for the orientation, for the axis of orientation, for rotation. So the way you make bones is like that. You basically come and you make sure you're in the rigging menu right here, and you are gonna go into the skeleton and you create joint. You click somewhere on your screen, you click again, and you have one joint. You click on enter and you have that created. That's that easy. Now the thing is, when you do that technique by putting those right here, sometimes you'll have to replace them, and that doesn't give you the best result after that for the orientation. And then when you start animating it, it might go sideways. It kind of get messed up, and that most of the people do that and go through the process of reorientating the joint, which I never liked. I thought it was tedious for no reason, so I found another technique. And the way I do it is like that. Instead of clicking and clicking again, alright, and clicking like that to get the chain, what I'll do is that I'll click once to make the joint, not the bone. I click on enter to have one. Then I make another joint, click on enter, and then make another joint, click on enter. And like that, those three joints can be moved back, if I didn't put them properly the first time, can be moved back in proper positioning. Alright, very important. Then I just select them and click on P for connections, basically. So you take the main one, for example, the child, and click on P, and you got your first connection. Alright, so you do the same thing right here, and you get click on P for parenting, obviously, and you got your bones. Now the alignment like that and the axis of rotation is perfect. Do not move or translate anything after that, or you will mess it up. So what you do is that you make sure you place them properly. Alright, let me show you that. So a couple things you're gonna want to do, let me delete them. A couple things you're gonna want to do is first right here click on 6 to show your mesh. It's very important. But also you are going to go into the shading right here and do wireframe unshaded, so you can see where your stuff is located. Alright, and some of my mesh is not. Alright, we can see right here the little diamonds. Alright, I just don't have them right here. I did a very simple one right there, but you should have the diamonds in the knee too. Okay, but so it's very important that you have it unshaded like that. And you go in and you say select X-ray joint in the shading, so you can see through your mesh. So let's do, for example, the legs. So I'm going to do skeleton, create joint. I'm going to create one right here at the pelvis, click on enter. I'm going to create another one right here where the knee is, click on enter. make another one where the ankle would be right there. Click on enter, and I'm gonna make another one at the end of the feet right here. Click on enter, and one just past that for the toes. Alright, that's pretty much what we're gonna do. It's very important to understand that you do not put your joint like that, which means straight flat. Alright, because if you do that, Maya will not understand after that the way. See, if I do that and parent them like that, Maya might not understand the way to actually rotate it properly after that. So when I create an IK, which we will do later on next week, you know, Maya might get messed up and doesn't know. If I wanted to bend the other way, now I'm stuck with that way. But if I do it this way, I give him a small angle of rotation to tell him where it's going to, the way it's going to bend. Oops, sorry. Let me select that again. And my cap lock on. And then put your actual IK handle. And it's the same chain I just made, but no, look, it's bending the other way. So you need to give a little angle, it's called the initial angle, to your mesh skeleton right away. So right here, maybe I'll move it a little bit forward and bring that one a little bit back like that. And maybe bring that one a little bit right here. So we know how it's going to bend. So now I just have to select, you know, my default mesh. Oh, sorry, wrong way. Parent, child. Click on P. Actually, this is parent and the child right here. We do the parent and the child. Click on P for parenting. Parent and the child. Click on P for parenting. Parent and the child. Click on P for parenting. Alright, and now you basically have, make sure I go X-ray right here so I can see it. You have one leg done that you can move in position, alright, to ensure that it fits properly your mesh. Make sure you are an X-ray and X-ray joint so you can sit properly right here. You do not want to give an angle this way, because if you give an angle this way, let's say like that, then your mesh is gonna go sideways. Alright, and that's not what we want. So even if you're going up, it's gonna go sideways every time, as you can see. Alright, so that's not what we want, that's not the way we want to bend it. So we want to make sure everything is nice and flat on that axis. Alright, so let me reprint right here. Now I can do a Shift D to duplicate it on that one, because they're exactly the same one. There's no problem with that one. This is the only time I do that for rigging. After that I don't. For the arms I don't. It's too quick to do it, so why not? So let me do the arms. And I go to skeleton, I go create joint, shoulder, and now I want to make sure I got my shading, wireframe on shade, so I can see where my diamond and stuff are. Alright, and now I'm going to click on enter, do the same thing, oops, sorry, do the same thing again right here, and I'm going to actually even snap to the point right there, bang, so it's perfect. Alright, now on the other one, let me get the snapping out. I'm gonna create it right, let's say right there for the right here, okay? And then for the fingers, you want to go, you'll watch the other video. Alright, I've got a second video that does only the finger, so we'll do that at that point, okay? Now you click on enter on that one, and you're gonna do the same thing as you've done earlier. Parent, child, click on P. It needs to flow this way. Parent, child, click on P right there. It's perfect, you got it. You do the other one now. So one right here, click on enter, and then I'll do it right there, click on enter, and I'll do it again right here for now, and click on enter. I'm gonna do parent, child as usual. Parent, oops, parent, child, click on the P. Now I'm gonna have to put them properly where they belong. Alright, that's very important. And probably angle them already right here. We can do a little rotation on it to get that in position right here. That should be fine like that. Right here, let me select this one, and I'm going to do the same thing, but in the rotation right there. And I'm going to bring it a little bit forward right here, so right like that. Maybe redo that one a little bit less. Okay, so that's the arm and the legs for now. In the second video you will see the rest of the body.